Hello everyone, we're at the park and we're enjoying the view in this lake, and we're gonna say anything that comes to our mind. And here's my sister.
What's up guys, how you doing?
So we're gonna be looking at this lake and observing the miracles, and don't mind the background noise. You know, some things are under construction, just like ourselves. You know, we're constructing ourselves each and every day that we can. And we're here to speak about the Kabbalah. So what are your ideas about the Kabbalah?
Well, we were having this topic yesterday, which was crazy. We didn't even get to record it. I was just telling him the times that we ever speak, we need to get it on camera, because we're always trying to talk about like what we're going to say next, but in reality, the things that we speak about, we have to make it on camera. But I've been recently studying Kabbalah, and a lot of people would, like, when they hear that, they might think it's a religion. It's nowhere near based that. Kabbalah is mostly spiritual work, inner work, being one with the universe and to God. There's no religion behind it, because religion is just rules, like how you have to follow and obey. It's nothing like that, because it's, when it comes to that, you're free. You have free will. You get to manifest anytime you want. You get to meditate anytime you want. So this guy that I've been studying, his name is David Guillaume. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but ever since I've been getting into his work more, I've been wanting answers for a very long time. I've been meditating, I've been manifesting, but I haven't found the right person that I really wanted my soul to connect with. So ever since I found him, he was my answer to what is to manifest, to meditate, and to actually be one with God and universe. So when I was studying him, he really gave me like an open mind that when you're doing that type of work, what I'm saying, Kabbalah, you'll see that you're more open to more opportunities, to more possibilities. Obviously, you go through lessons first, because the universe wants to test you before you get the thing that you've been asking for. So, for example, you want more money, you want that relationship, or you want, a new life, you want a new car, whatever. But the universe would send you lessons to see how can you handle it, like how can you be. It would tell you, you can go through like the worst thing, like something, you had a bad day the whole entire day, but those are all lessons, and we cannot let that dictate our whole entire thing. We cannot let those emotions run our actual thing, because when you get mad, you just let it get over you, then you end up letting that ruin the whole day, then you blame it on that, then you don't do anything else. So that's why I've been getting more into. Obviously, I'm still studying it. I'm not 100% fully into it to the point that I can sit, like, you guys don't think that I know what I'm saying, but I'm studying it a lot more, and you guys should definitely get into it. But since Angel, it was crazy how we connected, because he knew about it. So what do you think about Kabbalah? Like, you said that you studied in school, right?
I studied it. It wasn't in school. It was actually through one of my family friends.
Oh, okay.
No, long time. And I find it really interesting, and especially how prayers and manifestations could be possible through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, like King David, he spent his praying, but he wasn't praying like a king or like or a peasant or anything like that. He was praying like he needed it, like he was spiritually poor, wanting more, because you could be rich and have everything, but you could still at least be spiritually poor, and so is your soul. So he spent his time praying like a poor person. So every time he gets a prayer, wanting more, not just physically but for spirit, and it doubles for him physically and both spiritually. It's what I think, that you could be rich and everything, but you could still be spiritually poor.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. Yeah, that's literally what the guy said, because he said there's people with a lot of money, but if they don't have that inner spiritual work, it's gonna go away. Because when you learn how to work on yourself, become better, obviously help others, but putting yourself first is not being greedy or being rude to anything else, because we're so used to putting everything before us, and obviously we come first. So he said the exact same thing that what you just said. When you want money, you have to act like you already have it, like that you're good without it, because we're so caught up in like I want it. The universe doesn't work that way. When you act as if, you'll see everything will start aligning to what your spiritual guides want you to have. Like your soul connected, like for example, like the soulmate and everything. You have soul ties with that certain connection. And how we were explaining it, we went to the park yesterday, right? Oh no, the day before, how we were explaining in our last video, that we're all aligned with something, that whatever we think and whatever we speak, because tongues are very powerful, whatever you say is very powerful, especially when it's negative. Negative is more, it's attractive more negativity than positivity, because that's why people don't have the things they want, because they're so negative all the time, and that's something they're used to. But you create your own timeline of whether or not, if you want to be wealthy, you want to be poor, you want to be happy. Everyone can be happy. It's not because whatever you're going through, you don't deserve it. Everybody deserves to be happy, but it's just how your mindset views that certain aspect of it.
Yes, and I agree very much. Tongues are very powerful, and that's why not many people realize what they say harms the rest or really benefits them, because at the end, the tongue is just another double-edged sword. What you say, and everything else, just like everyone's like their promised land, like their garden, like, because that's why the saying, you sow what you reap, or you reap what you sow. Any of that is your own garden within yourself. What you say for the best, will it grow more in? What you say for the worst, you're just only stunning the growth of the fruits within you.
Right.
So I believe that the garden within yourself is something you need to preserve, because if you only see the butterflies and they fly to the other gardens, but the reason why they don't see flowers from you is because you're not cultivating right. Like you just spend your time showing the rest flowers, but that's when you realize, when you try to cut the flower and give it to someone else to show them you're a gardener, the rest of the butterflies go to the other ones, because to prove yourself to everyone else, you're not proving yourself to yourself, because like improving is I'm proving that I can be better, and proving that I am my promised land, and that I'll make it far if I keep acting good, and if I keep on sacrificing myself to what I need. And you reap what you sow. What you say for the best will it return.
Exactly.
What you say for the worst, it will return. And everything that you experience is whether from the good you've done or from the bad, and it could be something you won't even expect yourself either.
Right. See, I love your perspective on that as well. So you guys should definitely study Kabbalah. I'm telling you, listen to the guy David Guillaume, and of course there's other creators they're talking about that as well. But when you get more into that, you feel more at peace and harmony. That the fact that you can attract your ideal life, you can attract that ideal person, you can attract that wealth that you've been wanting for obviously your whole life. But the more you get into it, you'll see that you are very powerful. The brain is very, very powerful. It's just that when we go into a society that is not positive, that's bringing you down, it literally shuts us out from our own true potential. That's why when we're growing up, like for example, I said this in my video on my separate channel, that kids are very powerful manifestors. Like they can see things that we can't, because their mind is on a different frequency than ours. But when they go into a system of the school system, the work system, their mind, and the foods we eat is another reason why our mind gets shut out of that, because that's what they want. The system teaches you the opposite of what your brain can do besides work and go to school, get good grades. That's a program. It's a system to set you up for failure. So when you're doing your own path and experiencing more things that your brain can reach, you'll see that there's more endless opportunities than just doing what the normal people are doing, the 99%. Be the 1%, be different from others, because being normal is not, everyone is used to that. But when you're different, people can feel that. They can feel your energy. They can feel your frequency. So get more into it, and you guys definitely have to let us know like how you feel about that. Like if you ever heard about it, you never heard of it, or you want to learn more about it, you can let us know, and we could definitely do another video of how you can learn more and how we have more perspective on how Kabbalah actually works.
Yes, and what I find specifically very interesting in the Kabbalah is the tree of life. So that's another thing I want to get into touch with. So like, since you're being your promised land, you're learning to plant yourself. We're all seeds, and we're here to give fruit, and it depends on our actions. What's gonna be our fruit. So, and then at the center, that's the tree of life. It's the human being themselves is the tree of life. They decide if so. The tree of life is like, it's the tree of life, the circle of life. Anything that comes and says life is for us to live it and to feel that. And that tree of life, we are the fruits from the tree of life, but we're starting as seeds so we could grow again and become another tree of life to the rest of the other people, is what I see. So we all fall, but it's not, we're all seeds that were deemed to fall but to grow. And we grow when we go through the seasons of life. We start as kids, when we start as adults, and so forth. When you could even be older and you're still learning to be the tree of life yourself. And what you do is what I believe the tree of life, and I might get more in depth with it because I like thinking, and especially how we're surrounded by nature, how trees, trees are what keeps us alive in this world, the vegetation. So tree of life is saying all these other trees as well give us life, and we have to be the tree that gives life as well.
Right. That's perfect right there. Well, we're gonna do another one because we have a lot more to say, because really we can talk forever, but if you see us another video, it's because we already got into it, and that's when we're going to start recording. But that's all we want to say about Kabbalah. We're obviously going to study it more, get more into it. So definitely let us know if you guys want another separate video for that. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a blessed one.
Have a blessed one. Thank you.